Welcome, everyone, to our wonderful Sunday gathering. If we haven't yet met, I am Sandra. Here in the United States, we are still celebrating our Thanksgiving holiday, but each and every time we're here for our Sunday gathering, we do our very best to empower you, to inspire you, to put a smile on your face, and bring to you that reality that we don't die, that our loved ones are not far. They're still part of our lives. We will see them again. So I'm going to not say too much more. I'm going to hand it over to Phil, who has created our theme for today and share all the good things that we have going on. But welcome, everyone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, because I know through the chat box there's people from all over. It is an absolute pleasure to be here once more. And have we got something special for you today? The theme is about Thanksgiving, being thankful for everything that we have in life, not just the day here in America that was just a couple of days ago, but to everything that we have in life. And today we have, as you know already, you've spoken to Sandra Champlain. She will be doing the reading and healing and the announcements and doing all the technical things in the background, the things that really make the Sunday gathering tick. We also have Kerry, who's going to be doing the opening prayers, part of the address and part of the mediumship, and I'm going to be your host. But we have a wonderful special young lady with us all the way from Finland, and I can see already she's brought her friends from Finland on the chat box as well. Little funny story, back in 2018, we met Tiina. And Tiina, after a demonstration by me and Kerry, came running up to us and said, I want you to mentor us. Well, we've done exactly that. And we're very proud to introduce Tiina today for you. And I know Kerry over the last 12 months has spent a lot of time advising and helping and doing a lot for Tiina to get her to where she is today. And she has a following in Finland, and it will be no surprise why she does, because you're about to witness that in the mediumship today as well. So sit back, enjoy the music, enjoy the Sunday gathering. We're all here for the same reason, to be inspired. This is why we love being here. And with that, I'm going to pass over to Kerry to open us up in prayer.
Thank you very much. As we enter into that place of prayer, close your eyes, draw your family and friends close as we say, Divine and ever-present Spirit, today on Thanksgiving weekend in the United States, but a weekend that is like every other in many ways. We cherish the memories, we love our people, we adore our pets, and we pull close our family and friends, both in spirit and within this physical world. There is much to be thankful for, and within this space, we enlighten our hearts and allow our souls to sing loudly about the thankfulness that we are given. This physical life, the one that we breathe within, the one that we love, and the one that we cherish, often we pass through it without a full appreciation of just how marvelous life is. So allow us all to share the next few moments as we move through this Thanksgiving Sunday gathering. Amen.
Thank you so much, Kerry. And now the reading. Today, as we continue our celebration of giving thanks, we're also looking ahead. We know that as we move towards Christmas, the days get shorter and the nights get longer. For many of us, this can be a season of heaviness and sadness. We don't just grieve the people we've lost, we grieve the life we thought we should have had by now. We grieve the empty chairs, the distance between families, and even the changing in our aging bodies. But science tells us that our brains actually get used to this sadness, but it also tells us we have the power to change it. I want to share a story about how hard, but how necessary it is to forge a new path. So here's my parable for today. There once was a woodcutter named Bob, who lived in a small cabin in the middle of a vast snow-covered forest. It was deep winter, the time of year when the sun sets early and the cold just settles in your bones. Every morning, Bob would walk out his front door, turn to the left, and trudged down a path to a frozen gray swamp. He didn't like the swamp, however, because it was the place where he kept his regrets. It was where he thought about the family who didn't visit anymore, the strength his arms used to have, and the lonely silence of his cabin. He walked there every day because it was easy. Over the years, his heavy boots had packed down the snow so hard that he could walk to the swamp without even looking. It was a deep, well-worn groove in the world. It was the path of least resistance. One morning, Bob looked out his window and saw a hill high to his right. The sun was shining on it, gold and warm. It looked like a place of peace and connection. I want to go there, Bob thought. He stepped out of his door and turned right. But the snow was waist deep. It was heavy and untouched. He took one step and sank. He took another and he was sweating. It was exhausting. His legs burned and his breath came in short gasps. His brain whispered to him, "Just go left, Bob. The path is clear to the swamp, and it's easy. We know the way to sadness. It's almost Christmas time, and Bob, you're supposed to be sad." It was so tempting to just slide back into the old groove. He almost turned to the left. But he looked at the golden light on the hill, and he made a choice. And he picked up his shovel. Bob began to dig. That first day, he only made it a few yards. He was tired and sore, but the next day he walked those few yards easily and dug a little further. Day by day, step by step, he packed down the snow. He broke the branches that blocked his way. It was hard work and it required much attention. But a month later, something miraculous happened. Bob stepped out his door, and without even thinking, he turned to the right. The snow was packed down smooth and solid. The path to the sunlit hill had become the easy path, and the old path to the gray swamp, neglected and unused, had slowly filled in with fresh snow until it disappeared completely. So, what's the meaning, you ask? My friends, our minds are exactly like that snowy forest. This is what scientists call neuroplasticity. As we head into the holidays, the path to the swamp is packed down hard for many of us. We have walked it 1,000 times. It is the neural pathway of our grief. And we grieve so much more than just death. We grieve the family members who may not speak to us. We grieve being alone. We grieve the fact that we're getting older and that the bodies we have don't have the strength that they used to have. We can even grieve the picture of life we thought we would have by now. Your brain thinks that path is the only way because it is actually the easiest way. It is the one it is used to. But this story about Bob and current brain science promises us something incredible. If we pick up the shovel, if we actively choose to find one thing to be grateful for, one moment of connection, we are physically building a new bridge in our brains. And here is the most important part. Our loved ones in spirit live on that sunlit hill. They vibrate at the frequency of love and gratitude. When we do the hard work to pack down that snow, we aren't ignoring our grief. We are clearing the path to feel their love. So this holiday season, when you feel yourself sliding toward the left to go to that swamp, please be gentle with yourself. But pick up your shovel, turn right, and keep walking. That is my reading. I hope you enjoyed it. With that, we're going to go into our healing. Now, this is an opportunity to send our loving prayers to all those in need. And I know those in the spirit world use our energy to direct it to where it is needed in the world. A lovely song It's called I Am Already Enough by Fearless Soul. I'll play that, and then when the song ends, we'll hear from Kerry and Phil for our address.
Thank you very much for that, walking into that healing, Sandra. Isn't it lovely to be able to enter into a moment, ladies and gentlemen, where you can actually pause and spend time in that paused place, allowing yourself to catch your breath. Often we get, especially at this time of year when we are looking to support our families and keep everybody happy, and whilst grabbing a moment for ourselves, life can become very fast. And when we are in that moment of pausing, Tiina earlier on said that cats are just in the moment. They're not thinking about yesterday, they're not thinking about tomorrow, they are enjoying in the moment. Well, I heard this story and it's about cats. So there are two cats, one very old wise cat and one very small kitten cat. We'll just call him a kitten. And the very old wise cat walked down this alleyway and saw this kitten chasing its tail around and around and around and around and around. And he said, "What are you doing?" And the kitten stopped and said, "I've been to school. And school said that I have happiness in the tip of my tail. And if I catch my tail, I'll be happy forever." And the very old wise cat said, "You didn't stay for all the lesson, did you?" Said the kitten. The very old wise cat said, "I too know that my happiness is in the tip of my tail. But when I'm walking forward and I'm on purpose, happiness follows me everywhere." Said the kitten. Didn't quite get it and continued going round and round. But wouldn't it be lovely to be able to do both? To have fun and catch our tail, or try to, and then to have the wisdom to trust that happiness follows us wherever we go if we are on purpose and living intentionally and with integrity. There are some things in life that can put us off track somewhat, and we begin to forget what our joy and our passion and our happiness is. We're that busy doing stuff in order that we can have the evening to ourselves, or getting our week-long work done in order to have the weekend, or trying to get finished so you can spend time with your family. There is something that happens in us when we're hurrying to do the next thing. We lose being in the moment. We lose being that kitten chasing its tail and the very wise old cat that knows that happiness follows him. So what gets in the way, I wonder? Often it's comparison. Now, you've probably heard how comparison steals our joy. Imagine being the best you could be, the best version of you, achieving the best stuff, and you creating the best looking things. Not valuable, not expensive, but beautifully unique. And you are in your world and you're thinking, "I am really proud of what I've got here." And then you open the door and you go outside and you see that your neighbours are doing it differently. And their something is bigger. And their other something is brighter. And they have more pennies in their bank because their car is bigger. Instantly in that moment, comparison stole your happiness. You no longer had it in the tip of your tail. It gone. When we are on purpose and when we are following our own truth, we can be that cat. We can be that kitten with the joy and the fun and the wisdom. But we have to be sure not to compare ourselves with others. Because when we compare, it just gets messy in here and in here. It becomes all smudged up and we forget to appreciate what we've got. So I want you to remember, you might not have a tail, but you have to imagine one. Walking proudly down the street with your tail in the air, knowing you've got happiness there, and every now and then, see if you can catch it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is about Thanksgiving and thanks. We've got a lot to be thankful for. We've heard a story about Bob giving us that life lesson, and you've heard a tale about a tale. What else do we need? It's all about inspiration, though, isn't it? From parables, from stories. It's what we learn. It's what inspires us as a child, as a human being. When we have those moments where we might feel low, and then we have that moment where we have a thought that inspires us to change direction, to do something different. Well, it's no different than Bob, no different than the kitten. That inspiration in that moment is here to be lived. And sometimes we forget why we're here. We're too busy chasing our tails. We're too busy looking for the next fix of success or what it possibly could be. We're chasing happiness or what we think happiness should be like. We don't give thanks, really, for the truth, which is living in the moment, being thankful for what we have, for family, for children, for the jobs, for the way that we have friends and how we socialize and interact. Do we give thanks today for something we may take for granted? This very program, Zoom, where in 2019 it was said 2020 that will never work, but yet we're here today and we're thankful for it. Several years later, the Sunday gathering under the captainship, if that's an actual word, of Sandra Champlain, directing it, governing it, keeping it on track, doing it for one reason, inspiring you. So we have plenty of things to be thankful for. And we shouldn't be chasing our tails. Yes, it's nice to have a dream. Yes, it's nice to be inspired. But if we stand still, as Kerry said, from that moment of healing and take time to reflect and rejoice in the moments that we have had and we have, what a different world it is. Because all of a sudden, we're living in the moment, a moment where we can truly cherish and be thankful for and have gratitude for what life has really given us. Yes, I'll admit, there are ups and downs. There are moments we wish never happened. But when we come out of them and we look back, we're sort of grateful that those moments may have happened because they help us really see the beauty of life. I mean, here in America, we've experienced our first Thanksgiving, and boy, has it been wonderful. Kindness of all generations, where people stopped us in the street and said, Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. And where I'm from in the UK, children don't invest like that, but we had children here wishing us a happy holiday. And for me, that was really touching because I thought what morals, what values we have, and what has been installed here that we can learn from. So I gave thanks to them for inspiring my day, and I know Kerry did as well. But we're here, if you will, in a sanctuary. It might have a different name called We Don't Die Sunday Gathering, but it is a sanctuary that we can be grateful for because every Sunday it is here for us, inspiring us, lifting us, giving us hope within this world that sometimes can get on top of us. But it's this Sunday gathering that has changed and inspired my life as a speaker, as a medium, as a normal human being, when I get the chance to participate as you are today. It is a real pleasure to listen to people speak, the stories, just like today, Bob and the cats, to others that speak as well, how they give us direction in life, how they make us think, how they plant a seed for us to look at life differently. And sometimes I wonder, like I've just said, if we have time for reflection, then we will see these things. We won't have to be reminded. So just the other day where Thanksgiving was, and we celebrated with traditions of foods and pumpkin pies. When I saw it, I thought, pumpkin pie? Really? But it was delicious. It was absolutely fantastic. And sometimes, in fact, in that moment, I thought to myself, why did I have that thought, that negative thought? Because it was different. And sometimes, as Kerry said, we get caught in that drama. It's different. It won't work. Oh, how was that going to be? Well, different can be very, very good. And I know there's been many different moments in my life that I'm so grateful for that helped me to see the world that I had today. One of them being mediumship. When I, or should I say, when I took up the interest of doing something about what I was interested in many years ago, I never knew that it would lead to this Sunday gathering. I never knew that it would lead me to being in Sarasota right now. Didn't know that I would become a minister of a religious organization like I am now. I didn't know that I would see many parts of the world like I do now. Because back then, in that little market town in Chorley, Lancashire, life didn't say that it could be so great. And what I've learned from that journey is to live in the moment and be grateful, to give thanks to people that have inspired me, people that have gone before me, and stories I hear of the great pioneers that allowed us to do this work. Without those people, we wouldn't be free to do the things we do today. Without many people that have sacrificed themselves, we need to give thanks for, because they give us freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of the life we have. Because I'll guarantee one thing to you. You have lived a life, you have loved somebody, and you have been loved. Whether that person is still here or transpired to the spirit world and rejoined that love of loved ones before them, we never go unloved. And that is something to be grateful for. And to have a love of life, to have a love of a great divine, a love of the unseen world, it is truly special. You're here because you believe in those truths. You have the freedom of choice to be here, to listen to people to inspire you, to receive that love that comes through those contacts later and many other services before. Yes, life deals us unpleasant things at times, but we have the strength and conviction to get through them. I know that for a truth. There's been many times I wish I was not here because of hardships in life, people that I've lost, going through that club that nobody wants to be part of. It's called grief. But yet, in that club, I have met so many wonderful, inspiring, true, great people that have changed my life, changed my outlook, changed my mental view of things. No longer do I want drama. No longer do I want negativity, but I see past it. I become truly grateful for the life I've been given, for the children that I have, for the family that are still with me, and those that have inspired me and still live on in the spirit world. So, ladies and gentlemen, we may give thanks for the food that we have. We may give thanks for the creature comforts we have that we need in Maslow's hierarchy. You know, those needs of a warm bed, hot food, and a warm house to retreat to, and many others. But I give thanks to life itself, how it's taught me, how it's built my friendships, how it's inspired me to be, how it's inspired me to change. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, there's a film from the past, isn't there? But yes, so whether you're the wise old cat, or whether you're the kitten chasing the tail, because we've all been there, or whether you're Bob or a version of all of those, be thankful for what life has given you and take that moment of reflection, as Kerry said, and be truly thankful for who you are, because you never know who's watching. You'll never know truly who you inspire. But being true in the moment, you are being true to life itself and embracing all it can give you. So for this weekend, enjoy that Thanksgiving weekend, and wherever you are in the world, give thanks for the life you lead and the people that you have. But know this, you are something to be thankful for, because you are inspiring people as you move forward. And I'm going to hand you back over to the lovely and grateful Sandra Champlain.
Oh, thanks so much, Phil. And thank you, Kerry. And a shout out to pumpkin pie lovers everywhere. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin cheesecake, apple pie. Those are all nice flavors of our Thanksgiving. So another flavor coming up, and that is our medium demonstration. We have Kerry and our friend Tiina here for the very first time today. I know we have many new people to our Sunday gathering, so I'd just like to describe how this part goes. There will be members of our Sunday gathering community that get readings today. That being said, I 100% believe that the people who come from the spirit world to talk to their loved ones are really addressing all of us. So just like I hope you were inspired by my story of Bob and wonderful words by Kerry and Phil, pull the readings towards you. Even if it's not for you, listen, think there's something in this for me, whether it's to see just how close the spirit world is, or maybe the message that comes through. You say, I need a little bit of that myself. I don't know how they pick the people that are going to come through on the Sunday gathering, but I think somehow our souls are all intertwined to make this as special as possible for you. So whether it's Kerry or Tiina or someone else on our Sunday gathering, or actually any medium demonstration anywhere, or medium reading, your job is simple. And it really is just to say yes, no, or I don't know to the information that is given by the medium. Let them do the work so that everybody knows that they really are in touch with loved ones in the spirit world. So you'll hear either Kerry or Tiina give a description of the person in spirit that is stepping forward. And yes, we are people in the spirit world. We're not just balls of energy. We retain our personality, as we often see on the Sunday gathering. Those in spirit will do their best to use our mediums' thoughts, memories, feelings, everything they've got to portray who they are. So you'll hear the medium give a description about the person. We want everybody to be on the edge of your seat. Could this be your person? Now, your person doesn't necessarily have to be a family member. While it certainly could be, it could be somebody you worked with, or a friend, or someone from your past. You never know quite how the spirit world is going to work. So if you can understand all the information that was shared in the description, we want you to press your raise hand button. And why I say all the information is we are over 150 people on our Sunday gathering today. So if you can only take some of it, chances are there's a lot more people that can just take some of it. And we ask you to keep your hand down. We'll get to the person fastest if you can just take all of the information. So this is the time to look on your device, find that raise hand button and press it for me. I know on some devices you might need to press 3 dots and then you see the raise hand button. You'll quickly notice that the raise hand button turns to the lower hand button. And this is important because sometimes there's 2 or more people that can take all the information. So our medium will keep working with more description about the person in spirit. And if you say, oh, that no longer applies to me, we ask you to lower your hand. So ideally, in a perfect world, we're left with one person with their hand raised. Now, based on technology and based on being people from all around the world, sometimes things go wrong and silly with technology. But we are a close family here on the Sunday gathering. So should anything go awry, we just be patient with ourselves. And we're super grateful, speaking of Thanksgiving, that we have this technology of Zoom that can connect us to 153 beings now all around the globe. We really do represent quite a few countries. If you are that person that will get a reading and you're the last person with your hand raised, what I do is I send over a little pop up to your screen and it will produce an unmute button. Now, you can't see that right now, but you will if you work with one of our mediums. So we just ask you to press unmute. You stay off camera, so don't worry about that. And like I said, your job is easy. Let the medium do the work. You simply say yes, no, or I don't know, excuse me, to the words that come. Please do not feel bad if something does not fit. I always remember Phil in my ear saying no simply means new opportunity. And so be honest, really. That's the best way to be, and let them bring through these messages. And what's everybody else going to do? That's right. You're going to be listening in like Sandra told me there's something in this for me. So I'm going to be listening in to find out what it is. Got it? All right. That's how it goes. And it's always a joyful time to just see how close our loved ones in spirit really are to us. They're part of our lives, believe me. So we always like to play a piece of feel-good music before we start. Today, no different. We have Jason Mraz with Have It All. So we're going to play that song, raise the vibration a little bit. If you want to picture your loved ones with you, they're just a breath away, really cheering you on in your life, please do that. You are loved. And if I haven't said it yet today, I'm grateful that you're here. Let's play that song, and then we'll be right back with Kerry and Tiina. That is such a sweet song. Welcome,
Isn't
everyone,
it
to our
just?
demonstration.
Oh, it's a beautiful end to the song. That little girl lovingly looking at him and singing and doing all the keys on the guitar. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So it is an absolute pleasure to be here with you. We've just done a face-to-face in Sarasota, our last one for this year face-to-face here. And it is beautiful by modern technology to be able to be here with you online, wherever you are. It's a real privilege to be here. I know as I was listening to that song, I got a sense that I have a gentleman pulling close with me. I actually feel like he would have had a job that took him. Oh, not a job. I feel like he would have been to the White House, but I get a sense that he would have been military, and I feel like he would have been awarded or acknowledged. I can't think of the word, but he would have gone to the White House to have some kind of acknowledgement. And I do feel that somebody here would have either gone with him or been told about this from him.
Thank you so much, Kerry. If you can understand this information, please press that raise hand button. Okay, we have Jessica with her hand raised. Jessica, you should see that unmute button now. Hi, Jessica. Jessica, was that a mistake? Because your hand went down. I'm thinking it might have been a mistake, Kerry.
Okay, no worries at all. I do feel like this.
We have someone else. We have Fanny with her hand raised. Fanny, if you could press that unmute button. This is when I say, friends, technology can be a little funny. Some people are out for a walk and they accidentally press that raise hand button. Fanny, are you there? Can you take this information? I don't think so. She could be, oh my, I didn't realize I raised my hand. Or you can type in the, oh, she says it was a mistake. She typed that in. Okay. It happens. All right, friends.
Okay, I do feel like this gentleman was at the White House. That I cannot change. I know that in the UK, the Queen and now the King has garden parties where people are honored. I do feel this gentleman went to the White House for something similar, to be honored for part of his military service. I do not have a relationship yet, but I truly sense somebody in our audience is not opening their minds possibly to the thinking that this gentleman knows you. Let's see what happens as people take time to ponder and think.
All right, we have Nancy with her hand raised. Oops, Nancy, I accidentally muted you. If you could press your unmute button again. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, this could be my uncle.
So Nancy, hi, would you know that your uncle was at the White House?
During the war, he actually worked in the White House as a military person.
And you know that he would have been awarded?
Um, I don't know that, but it seems like I can see that in his house, but I don't know that.
Okay. If this is your uncle, Nancy, you would know that he would have told stories about what went on behind the scenes.
He did tell stories about he had to, he couldn't go to the lines of the war because he had to protect the president. That was his story.
Okay.
Humorously.
Don't give me too much more,
Sorry.
Nancy. Thank you. Thank you. But I get the sense from your uncle that he would have been quite a funny man.
Yes,
I get the sense too that he took his job very, very seriously, but he also would be known to exaggerate stories ever so slightly, or you would think that they were exaggerated.
exactly.
I want to say as well that somebody must still have some of his ID cards or pictures or memories from that time of working there.
I assume that's true.
Oh, and Nancy, your dad is in the spirit world as well.
Yes.
And would I be right in saying that this is your dad's brother?
No.
Okay, but they knew one another.
Oh, yes.
Because your dad's a bit of a joker as well.
In a dry way.
Because they're both here larking around and having a real joke and a really happy time. Their Thanksgiving would have been a big thing for your dad. Not the cooking the meal, but the having the celebration.
Absolutely.
I feel that there would have been a regular Thanksgiving going to a sports event or watching a sports event.
Yes.
And I know your dad would have been quite vocal about his team.
No. My uncle.
Then your uncle was
Yes.
okay. Then your dad must have watched sports from home as well.
Sometimes.
Okay, because I get the sense from your uncle that wherever he was, whether he was there enjoying the sports or at home, he was the loudest about all the sports.
Yes.
I want to say your uncle must have a selection of caps.
Mm, don't know that.
Okay, then your dad must have had one specific cap that he wore,
He did.
and it must have had marks along the front where he sweated.
I would say the inside, yes.
Because no matter how much you washed it, it just didn't come out. I know with your dad as well, he loved the sun. He would
Mm,
be out walking and being in the sun. He hated being stuck indoors.
definitely outdoorsman.
And I get the sense that he would have wanted everybody to be outdoors with him because I know that as he's here, he wants to acknowledge on Thanksgiving, you must have gone out for a walk, Nancy.
Um, this Thanksgiving, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, yes, actually.
Okay, because I know your dad is acknowledging he was there with
Oh,
you.
cool.
Your uncle, he might have just been watching sports, but your dad was with you.
Thank you.
Your dad's acknowledging the dog here as well, not in
Oh,
spirit,
yay.
but here.
Okay,
But
great.
I also know your dad's acknowledging his dog in the spirit world with him.
It's my dog, both in spirit and here.
Okay, then your dog must have really liked your dad
Yes.
because it's sitting by your dad's legs. This is your dad's way of, by means of your uncle finding you through that way, of acknowledging he was with you on that walk, but
Mm,
also your uncle and your dad. Nancy, your mum's still here,
yes.
and your mum, you've been sending healing thoughts to.
Yes.
Okay, because I know your uncle and especially your dad are sending healing to your mum and wish for you to know that they're sending this. And also, your uncle's pinning an award on you for what you're doing for your mum.
Mm, that's sweet.
Thank you very much for allowing me to do that for you, Nancy.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much. I
Nancy, I apologize. I disabled her talking before she finished that sentence. Nancy, I'm so sorry.
Okay. I have a lady here, and I do believe that she would have made pumpkin pie, but I also believe she would have made her own pastry. Now, I know the pumpkin pie would have um, cinnamon in it as well, but there is something else with this pumpkin pie. I actually feel like it would have been super big. Not a little thing, but super big, because I know that everybody would have got a piece of it, either to go home with or to eat there. And I know that there would have been a large family Thanksgiving meal.
Thank you very much. If you can understand this information, press your raise hand button. Now, I do know Kim, your hand went right up with pumpkin pie. So Kim's hand is the only one up. Kim, if you could unmute yourself. Hi, Kim.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay.
Hi, Kim. You
Hi.
understand this lady who baked this enormous pumpkin pie?
Yes, that would have been my mom.
Oh, and you know, within this pumpkin pie, there would have been cinnamon, but I feel like she would have also made her own pastry.
Yes, their own pastry was the giveaway for me on this.
I know within the pastry as well, there must have been a little something in there, whether it's cinnamon or whether it's spices, but I
Nutmeg.
know nutmeg. I know there's an additional something in there. But I also know for Christmas, your mum must have also made a different kind of dessert or pie, not pumpkin though.
No, she made a Christmas cake.
Then if it's Christmas cake, Kim, your mum must have had her own recipe for that as well.
She did. She
Because I don't
did.
tell me, let me work for you. Um, I know that with your mum, there wasn't just the fruit and the alcohol, of course, but I know it smells like a syrup or tastes like something that's super sweet in this. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Okay, but you would understand there being a very unique taste to it.
Yes, our Christmas cake had a special ingredient. It was an entire bottle of green food coloring. She got this recipe once
Oh
from
my Lord, I definitely would not have got that. So thank you for giving me that. I have a sense, though, that the icing wouldn't have just been white, though. I
Right.
feel like your mum would have done leaves and berries and things on
Yeah.
it as well. She must have baked that and given it out to family as well.
Yes, it was really special. Like we'd all take some home.
And she would start way before Christmas.
Yes, yes. She
Way
made lots of
before.
things.
I know that you would also remember making those Christmas decorations where you glue bits of paper together and you make a chain
Yes, yes, we did that.
and putting that up there. I also want to say that, oh, Kim, would you understand sun in the spirit world as well?
I do in that my mom, her first child was a son that was a miscarriage, and she might be up
Okay,
there with him. I never knew him.
okay. Then you have a son here, Kim,
Yes,
and you have a little bauble for the Christmas tree for him that has his picture on or is specifically for him.
yes.
Because I know your mum's acknowledging that and acknowledging your son and acknowledging an achievement. She's tipping her hat there. So, whatever your son has done and achieved, she's over the moon
Oh my
about.
gosh.
I
Yeah, my
also,
son was here for Thanksgiving and he was telling me he got an award at work and it was a really big deal. So
well,
that's
your
wild.
mum is there. She sees and hears and loves him dearly. There's an extended family that your mum wishes to acknowledge as well that doesn't come together in the same way as it did when your mum was here. But I also need to say that your mum wants to acknowledge that she's been with you as you were doing, having some, I'm going to keep it vague, appointments. You would know what she means by that. If you
Mm,
don't,
I don't know.
you understand that there have been hospital appointments or doctor's appointments. And I'm not telling about the future. This is something your mum has seen.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Say no if it doesn't, please.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Okay, let me
quite.
take that back then. If that's not the case, I know your mum around about this time must have been attending the hospital when she was here.
Yes.
Okay, because I know I've got hospital appointments. I know I've got um trying to delay and put off, and but I know she's pleased that she made it to where she wanted to make it to. But there was an anniversary of a birthday that she didn't make it to. She didn't quite make it.
hmm
Please know this is your mum's way of saying, I love you. I know that you were there with her towards the end.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
know I loved you and I love what you did for me. And I love the fact that you represented me in such a beautiful way. And I'm right there with you. I know she's there with you for this Christmas and Thanksgiving and everyone to follow. She's not gone far, Kim.
Okay. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Carrie.
You're
It's
very welcome.
incredible.
Happy holidays, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to work with the spirit world, but it's also my pleasure to pass to a lady who is from Finland. And her work in Finland has gone from strength to strength to strength. Radio, television, books, interviews. And we thought, well, why don't we bring her on to the Sunday gathering? English isn't her first language, but she speaks it better than many people I know. So I'm going to pass over to you, Tiina.
Hello, good evening, and good morning, everybody. So nice to meet you all through this Zoom. I'm very, very grateful and extremely excited to be here. Uh, as I blend with the spirit world, I'm getting to know this strong person here, and I know he would be someone's brother, and I'm certain he would have tattoos on him, and I'm also aware that he wanted to things go his way, not someone else's way. Would someone here recognize this gentleman? I have to say before I let someone answer, I know he has trained a lot because I can see his muscles and he wants me to show those muscles on him. So I can't pass this information here.
Thank you very much, Tiina. Who can recognize this gentleman? Please press your raise hand button. Now, you
That's
did ask for
okay.
brother. We have somebody in the chat box saying it sounds like their son.
Yes,
you?
I was actually going to say that I can skip the brother. Uh, please ask her to come in or him.
Okay. If you can understand this information, not your brother, please press your raise hand button.
Yes, exactly.
All right. We have Tammy with her hand raised. Tammy, if you could press that unmute button. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, how are you?
Well,
I'm
thanks.
fine, thank you. How are you, Tammy?
I'm good.
Okay. Would you understand the reason why he said brother? Because I know he used to call his friends, closest friend that way.
Yes, you call
Yes, I
everybody
know.
brother.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he said. He first said that brother, and I right away I assumed he would be brother. But would you understand him having tattoos on his
Oh yeah,
arms? And you
yes,
would also recognize why he wants me to make the point about his arms, because those are pretty strong arms.
yeah. I have
Yeah.
a picture of him with him putting both of his arms out,
Yeah. Yeah,
flexing
he
them.
also liked to wear those shirts where there are no sleeves.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he's very humorous. I
yes.
know, and I'm also aware that he's very talkative when he's on that mood. Would you understand this?
Oh yeah,
And I also know that if he wasn't on that mood, he didn't want to talk to you at all.
yeah.
I
It
also
happens.
know that he wasn't that good. Uh, he didn't talk that well about his feelings.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I also know that when he died, it was very sudden. Would you understand this?
Yeah,
And I also know that I feel like you would understand that he's sorry about the past, his passing.
yeah. I would understand that completely. Yeah.
Yeah. I also know he makes me aware that um, you have gone so much after his passing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Yes.
also making me aware of those tattoos on him. And he's also making me aware that someone in your family made tattoo after he passed.
Yeah. He has. I have five boys, so all his brothers, and I got a portrait of him on my arm.
Yeah, he really appreciates it. He's making me aware about this humor he's kind of spread all around.
Yeah.
And he also lets me know that he his humor was not always so nice towards everyone.
Yeah.
And he also wants me to make the point for you that um, okay, I have to have a discussion with him about how should I say this. Um, you have still his stuff in house, some of
Mm-hmm.
his
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
and he's also making me aware that some of his stuffs are treated like trophies, even though they are not trophies. Would you understand where he's referring to?
Yeah.
And he's seeing this pretty funny because when he used to wear those things, no, they're not something to wear, but I know you have them in the shelf. Would you understand this?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you also notice why he thinks this is pretty funny. Yes. He's wants me to he loves the thing that you're laughing right now because it's very important for him to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
And he's actually also pretty proud how you have been starting to exercise.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yes, he's very proud of that, and he wants you to would you have talked to some friend of yours about this exercising? No,
Um,
sorry, I'm saying it wrongly. He's making me aware that you have been thinking of training with someone.
well, I've been thinking about going starting Pilates class.
Yes, and you have some friend going also there.
No.
Okay, okay. If no, he's making me aware that you might get new friends there. I'm not.
Oh,
He loved to have trainings with his friend. Do you remember this? He loved to train with his friends.
oh yes.
Yes,
I
and
have
he
videos
said
of
that.
him.
Yes, and he's making me aware that if you train with friends, you get to go to the gym more often or to the Pilates class. So
Yeah.
so
I
if
think
you
I know
have
what he
some friend,
means
yes,
because
yes.
I stay in the house and I don't go anywhere ever.
Yes, but yeah, he enjoys how you have proceeded with your life, and the last thing he wants me definitely to say that is that there was nothing you could have done differently or nothing you could have said differently.
Oh my gosh, that means so much to me because I struggle with it every
I
day.
know.
I could have done more. I could have done more.
Yes, and you have also been thinking about the fact that he wasn't so talkative about his feelings.
Yeah.
And he makes me feel that it was his character. You couldn't have changed that.
Yeah. They're strong. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I hear him uh like throwing up these jokes around, and even though they were not always nice, he always meant them with heart.
Yeah. He was the life of the party. He was jokes with
Yes.
everyone, whether it was funny or not.
Yeah, I know. Please take his love and please also take his jokes. And to be honest, he might suggest that you could change some of those trophies, if you understand what he means.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Tammy, so much. And,
Thank you
and,
so
and it
much.
was lovely to meet your son. Thank you so
Yes.
much for
Thank
that.
you. I appreciate
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. Uh, let's see. Okay, as I'm moving forward, I'm getting to know this lovely gentleman from the spirit world, and I'm hearing name George, and I know he has been a really gentleman with G, as I could say it, and I also know he loved to wear hats. Uh, like this old-fashioned type of hats. I also get the feeling of grandfather or father. I would say father. So gentleman with, I also know his work was very, very important for him, and he's very proud of his work. Okay, now I'm
Okay,
asking.
thank you. Who can understand this gentleman? Father, George, old-fashioned hat? Is that would work very
Yes, yes.
important? Raise your hand for us, please. No hands up just yet. Oh, I always say that, and a hand goes up. So we have Sunshine. If you would press your unmute button, Sunshine.
Hello.
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 Hello. Would you recognize this lovely gentleman here with this hat and the name George with him?
My grandfather's name is George, and he looked like that, but I never knew him. And he's my
Okay.
dad's dad.
Okay, okay. I will have to ask from everyone because the only thing I can change here is the relationship, and I feel it can be father's father, or father-in-law. And also I know with him the work was very important for him.
Thank you very much. We have Sunshine and we have Ginger with her hand raised. Let's hear her voice. Ginger, if you could
Yes.
press your unmute. Hi, Ginger. Are you there, Ginger? We cannot hear you. Oh, we cannot hear you. Maybe, oh, I don't even know what to say. Ginger, if you can type in the chat box, if you can take all
Yes.
of that information. She can't hear us anymore. All right.
Okay, she can't hear us anymore, right? Okay.
No.
Okay, I will continue. I know with this gentleman, the work was very important for him, and I know his work had something to do with he used to work as a, I feel it's kind of bank or finance industry. I know also that he used to, I don't know if I can say this, but he used to love paperwork. We are lucky that we
Okay.
have so many
I
different people here.
know. Sunshine, can you still take all this information?
He was a printer, but I never knew him.
Okay, okay. Printer. If he because I got the feeling that he used to work with finance industry. If he was a printer, would he also take care of the company's finances also?
I don't know.
Okay, okay. Okay. If not, I would you understand that when he worked, he used to dress up for the work.
Yes.
And he used to dress up very nicely.
I don't know, but I think so. I've just seen a couple
Okay.
pictures. Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay. If you have you met seen a photographs of him?
Yes.
And in those photographs, is he dressed up very nicely
Yes.
as like he would be going some party or something like fancy place?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, okay, okay. And I can't skip this finance thing. Would you know that he was very careful with the money?
I don't know.
Okay. Uh, Let me work this here. Is there someone else there? Because there is something I'm not sorry, Sunshine.
That's okay.
We have Barbara with her hand raised. Barbara, if you can
Okay.
press your unmute button. Hi, Barbara. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Wonderful
I
to
can
hear. Would you
take
understand everything I've said?
I can take everything but working in a bank. He did finance for the household and for the church.
Okay. Would you understand him being careful with the money and dressing up very nicely?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, okay. I'm working with you. This feels correct. Would you also understand him being liking actually paperwork he did?
He did, Yes, he loved it.
Yes, and I also know with him, he was very, he dressed up very nicely. Would you understand this?
I absolutely would.
Yes, and even also, I feel like people respected him a lot.
Yes.
I also know that even though he was very well respected, uh, uh, there was warm heart with him.
Yes. Always.
And I also know that he never took anything guaranteed.
That's correct.
Yes. I also know that uh, you have done some you have done something big with your life where would you recognize probably 3 months ago something happened in your life and you would like you could understand why he wants to celebrate it?
I, I think so. I'm putting yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's something. It's not something other people knows yet, but you know that something happened 3 months ago, where why he makes me feel like he would want to congratulate you.
Yes.
Yes, he's also making me aware that is going. You know for a fact that it's going to need paperwork from you.
Uh, yes, we will need
Yes.
to take.
Yes, and would you also understand that you have been wondering how you're going to make those papers?
Yes.
Yes, and he wants me to tell you that he's willing to help you because he loves paperwork.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. He also showed me that hat in the beginning, and it's not a mistake why he wants me to make aware of that hat. Um, You have been thinking of this new situation where you are right now, that you need to adjust yourself a little bit with it. Would you understand it if I say it this way?
Yes.
Yes. And it's kind of like you would need to change your hat, so to speak.
Yes.
Yes. He's making me aware that this hat with you, it's something that fits you perfectly. So there's no need for you to worry about it.
Yes.
Also, the last thing he wants me to tell you is that there was this strong connection with you and him also.
Yes.
And he's making me feel this heart of his and also this love for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Uh, he's also lifting his hat now, and he gives me a promise to move forward. And you, as you remember, he was always polite, and that's the same way you are towards people, and he really appreciates it.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Tiina, would you like to do one more?
Yes, I can. I'm very
We're
keen to
happy to
hear.
have you here. So,
I'm
yes, one
so
more,
happy to
please.
be here. Yes, okay. Let's see. Hmm. I have this lovely lady from Spirit, and I know this is um, just a moment. I know she had a lovely humor with her, and I have a I'm hearing the name Barbara with her. Would someone recognize uh, Barbara from Spirit World? And I know she. um I'm asking if I may say this, but I know she lost of height as she got older. She shrank a little bit as she got older, and I also. mm, know with her. Uh, she was very lovely lady. Would someone recognize this lady?
Thank you. If you understand this information, press your raise hand button. Rebecca has her hand raised. Rebecca, if you'd press that unmute button. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
Fine, thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. As I'm here with this lady, she's making me aware as I'm a little shaky, and I'm also uh, aware that she's shrank a little bit. Would you recognize this? Everything I've said?
Now, could you repeat the information, Barbara?
Yes, Barbara, and I know she got older and she shrank a little bit. She lost her height a little bit as she like got smaller.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I also feel shaking with her. I know she must have had a lot of medicine while she was still living here.
Yes, I believe so.
Do you recognize everything here?
Yes.
Is there someone else, Sandra? I will have to check this because there's something. Okay, I feel like I'm with grandmother here, and someone should recognize everything.
Okay, we have Barbara and we also have Gail with their hands raised.
Okay, okay.
Barbara, can you understand everything? Barbara, you're
Please
muted.
hold with me.
Okay, we'll go to Gail. Gail is unmuted. Hi, Gail.
Hello, nice to see you.
You two
Nice to
do
meet you too.
Thank you.
recognize
I
everything?
think, would you recognize everything I've said?
Okay, so after I had put my hand up, when you mentioned grandmother, this was actually my Aunt Barb. So I don't know if that does disqualify me. Everything else I do recognize, and the
Okay,
shaking at the end.
okay. I feel, even though I said grandmother, I feel right with you. I will have to check this shakingness because it's
Okay,
pretty strong here. So
yes,
you recognize this shaking also.
yes, I would.
Yes, and you would also recognize that she was, even though she wasn't your grandmother, I'm feeling like she was very much like grandmother to you.
Yes, very much
Yes,
so.
yes, I'm working with you, and I'm also aware that she was very happy person with her life, even though her health wasn't so good at the end.
100%.
Yes, and I'm also aware that she must have had a big heart with her, and she took care of everyone.
Yes, that is her.
Yes, yes. And she's making me aware that you act the same way. It's very important for you
Oh,
to take care of everyone.
oh, that just gave me chills.
Yeah, and I also know that there is something with you that you feel a little nervous right now. Would you understand if I say it this way?
Yes, I would.
Yes, and she's making me aware that if you work that through with your golden heart, as she puts it, uh, you are going to be just fine. Would you
Thank
understand
you.
that?
I would. Thank you.
Yes, and would you also understand that you are doing the thing which she's referring to with your pure heart?
Yes, I just hadn't thought about it like that.
Yes, she's making me aware that this is how you work, and that's very appreciate. She really much appreciates it. Uh, I can't skip this. That she referred to golden heart. I also know that she loved golden jewelries. Would you remember that?
That I can't confirm as we had lived far apart and, for a lot of our
Okay,
lives. Yeah.
okay, okay. If not, would you understand you liking golden jewelries?
Yes.
Not much, but you have golden jewelries and you like to wear those.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she's making me aware that when you wear those jewelries, it's if she's giving me the impression that those golden jewelries you have are important for you, and you have inherited some of those from someone important for you.
Yes.
And she's giving me the feeling like those are power jewelries for you.
Mm. Oh, I like that.
Yes, and she's also in the at the end of this message, she's making me feel like she's not shaking anymore, and
Oh,
she's all well. And even though you lived far away of each other, as what this is something you said, not me, but even though you lived far away, she started this with a grandmother feeling, and this is what she wants me to leave you with.
I appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you so much.
Tiina, thank you so much for being with us today. We hope you come back in 2026. It was just an
Thank you.
honor to have you with us.
It
Really
was honored
wonderful.
to be here. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I know it's never easy, ladies and gentlemen. They get butterflies in their stomach and nerves, but the commitment to the spirit world, to people have their voice heard one more time, is so important. So with that being said, I have some announcements. First of all, yes, we are going into holiday season. Our loved ones are with us. And if you need to put a picture of your loved one in every room, keep talking to them. They are with us. They're part of our lives. We will see them again. I promise you that. So what's going on this week? First of all, tomorrow begins our friend Scott Milligan's new class, Trance and the Altered States, a wonderful opportunity to slow down that busy mind and connect. On Thursday, Kerry and Phil start their newest class, The Gentle Path to Spirit. I really believe, and I know this is a tough time of year, but when we can stay connected to something like a good class, it helps us not only remember that our loved ones haven't gone, because there's miracles that happen within those breakout rooms, but you get in touch with this soul of yours that's so magnificent, and you realize I'm so much more than this body. The afterlife is real. Our psychic abilities are real. So I can't stress that enough. All Kerry and Phil's new classes begin this week. You can simply go to mymediumship.com. If you're new or want to practice and meet some new people, I recommend that Gentle Path to Spirit. Kerry and Phil are with me next week on our Sunday gathering. Kerry is the chairperson. She'll be designing the theme and the music. And I know they have travels ahead, and I'm sure there might be a teeny bit of jet lag. So we're going to send lots of empowerment to Kerry and Phil for the week. Now, as about a half hour after our Sunday gathering ends next week, medium Chris Jacobs will be with us for a 90-minute demonstration of mediumship. He's a wonderful man, very compassionate and loving, and very gentle medium, but he gives some very accurate information. So if you want to join us for that too, just go to wedon'tdie.com. You can click on the store page. You can see everything that is coming up there. That's the best way to do it. While you're on that site, on the main page at wedon'tdie.com, I have got some brand new podcast episodes. I was a little bit heartbroken by this first one. It's a psychic medium who had some terrible things happen to her as a young woman and actually became a psychic working with the police and FBI for missing children work. And her husband just passed a couple of months ago, and her dear dog. And to talk from that perspective and that connection that's still happening with her husband. It's really a special episode. It's very, very nice, and we don't die. And then on my Shades of the Afterlife, I know you folks like near-death experiences, but I ask the question, what do people in other cultures see, right? Because a lot of times we might see Jesus or a monk or religious figures. And so it's very interesting what the people from the world see as far as those go. And then I ask a question that I get asked a lot. Am I doing something against the Bible if I study the afterlife? The answer is no, but I give more details on that. So that's my latest episode of Shades of the Afterlife, again, on the main page at wedon'tdie.com. Also, we have a Sunday gathering page there that you can sign up for our next Sunday gatherings. You can watch the replays. And I want to make a special thank you for those who have made our Sunday gathering possible. We have a group of friends that have donated to our Sunday gathering that's made all of this behind the scenes and the technology and all that possible. Friends, those of you who have donated, please trust me, whether people are watching the replay or joining us live, you're touching hearts by your donations. So if you ever should feel inclined to donate, we don't pass along a plate or anything, but you're welcome to if you wish. That can be found again at the Sunday Gathering page at wedon'tdie.com. That's all I need to say. And I'm going to pass it over to Phil for some closing words.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can be thankful for today's Sunday gathering. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Tiina. It has been a great, absolutely well done. And we're so proud of you, as we are of all the students that we bring here. They're all at different levels. And I've also got to say thank you, first of all, for two reasons. Kerry for starting off the mediumship today, not to forget that, but also say thank you for the work that you have done personally with Tiina, because I've seen a huge difference, which is absolutely well deserved. And I think everybody's enjoyed you, Tiina, as well. But I'm going to say thank you to everybody for their turnout to the Sunday gatherings, but also thank you for being who you are. And never forget that, and never let anyone tell you anything different, because being in the moment, being who you are, doing the things you love creates your tomorrow. So be grateful for the love that you've received, be grateful for the love that you give, and also be grateful and say thank you to everything and everyone that you meet in life. I'm going to keep it short, and I'm going to hand right back over to Sandra. So thank you very much. Sorry to Kerry.
For the prayer. Divine and ever-present Spirit, today in this moment of thankfulness, allow us to appreciate and know for sure that our loved ones, our friends, our pets in spirit are with us. It's at times like these of the holidays that we need the reassurance that we're not alone. Even if physically we're in the room on our own, we know through this understanding that we're joined by our family, friends, pets, and they love us. They'll never leave us. So take this into the week to come. Take a deep breath and say thank you. Amen.
Thank you so much, Kerry. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Tiina. Thank you to our friends in the spirit world. And thank you to you guys and gals. That being said, if we were all together in one room, we would make the best friends. I know we would. You're crazy enough to follow us. So this song is for you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you, everyone. We love you. We'll see you next week, if not sooner. I'm happy. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks again, Tiina. Thanks, Kerry and Phil. Bye. See you next week.